Yo, 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 yo. We are the ill-advised wise guys. It's your boy Uchay. I got my boy
QDeezy for Sheezy. It's way too easy, aka Whittles Peak Bandit, aka Michael Gordon, aka Mr. Steal Your Spaghetti. I'm in the house.
You know, it's important to say spaghetti and not girl because, you know, still other people's girl is, you know, I think that's phrase is already taken.
It's toxic. Yeah. By some guy.
Speaking of toxicity, man, listen, man, shout out to Vizion, man. You know, them brothers is, they just dropped a really good song, by the way. The song is good, right?
According to who?
I don't know, man.
You or Twitter?
Or both. But anyway, this is episode, what, 127?
127.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to the Wise gang for pulling up on us. If you're watching this from your couch or car or wherever it is you listen to and watch content, we are actually in New York City.
In New York.
Welcome to New York City. Right? This is we're recording this at the illustrious, and yes, I said that appropriately, like studio the WTF studio, media studios, or however you I guess call the name. But yeah, man, this is a really dope environment, right? Mm-hmm. You see the lights, you see the glitz, you see the glam.
Yeah.
I got lights in my face, man. I feel like I'm a star, man.
Yeah, I know.
Am I on Star Search?
I look sexier than I've ever looked. You know what I mean?
Stop being weird, man.
You know what I mean?
You don't have an audience of women that you'd have to like cater to.
But no, you know what's funny? We hit the streets
in
New York yesterday, right?
Yep.
We went to the very illustrious something bar. And
what was it called, by the way?
Fake ID bar.
Oh shit!
But anyway,
yo, hey, listen, you should tell that story. Though.
Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that many people get kicked out of a club before. Like, literally, the bouncer was like, "Yo, hey, if you got a fake ID, we confiscating it."
Yep.
About 30 people walked out the damn line.
Crazy.
And it's funny because it was mainly like, you know, white people. And I'm like, yo, they actually look like 30.
Mm-hmm.
So you mean to tell me these people are all under 21? But anyway.
No, I'm with you.
My point of the story was really that song came on. So we would, you know what me and you like to do? We like to see what's popping in the club.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go to the club as much, so I don't know what everybody's rocking out to. Whatever. So, you know, there were some songs that we hear. Maybe we're like, this is going to hit, like Mask Off, right?
Yep.
We were like, Mask Off is going to
It was mainly me. I'm not going to lie.
You were saying Mask Off is getting
I think they had just finished playing Drake.
Yeah.
You heard that. When the DJ, see, this is the important part of clubs that like people miss, like is the mix.
Yeah.
When you hear that, see, I'm really good at that, by the way. Yeah. Like I can hear the song coming.
Oh, for sure.
I'd be like, yo, you hear Mask Off coming? Most people are like, what are you talking about? I don't hear anything. I'm like, no, just give it 5 seconds. I told you, man, Mask Off about to go crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody moved when Mask Off dropped. I couldn't believe it.
And I told you because I don't think that many people want to say Percocet and Molly. Percocet. Like, but
I don't know, man.
When New York with Jay-Z and Alicia Keys, Empire State of My Mind. Kanye.
They played that one too.
That one too. When those two songs came on, the place went wild. So
I'm with you.
Shout out to New York for like showing that that pride in their city, New York City, showing that pride in their city, like they wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just need a Virginia anthem. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna be real with you.
NVA.
But who's gonna make the song though? That's the problem.
What you mean?
We from Northern Virginia. Who is the
Skills.
Who? He's from Richmond. Respectfully,
true.
He can't really technically rep the DC area, man. Look, ponder on that for a little bit. But I will say the only thing about New York City that I think is a little interesting and I can't explain it is this like craze that's going on. Did you know they call hot dogs glizzies? Did you know that?
In New York?
Yeah, that's a thing.
A glizzy?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I thought glizzy was a gun.
Yeah, me too.
I thought glizzy was the last name for shy.
Yeah, Shy Glizzy. Yeah,
man. We're from DC. Shout out to yo.
So a glizzy? So
glizzy means hot dog.
Hey, let me get a glizzy with some ketchup and mustard on it.
I had no idea that glizzy.
Let me get three glizzies.
Let me get
three glizzies.
Don't say that.
And you won't get arrested.
Don't say that to the police. Yeah,
wow.
911 will be called immediately.
Interesting.
What are we talking about today, man? We actually do have some topics for you guys, but let's kind of run through it for you guys a little bit. We're probably going to start this show off giving a brief history of the episode. I'm sorry, the podcast. For those of you guys who are new listeners, maybe you guys don't really understand when we started the show and kind of where we're going with this. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Then we're probably going to get into how you got started in hip hop. Meaning, like, as a fan, we all start from somewhere, whether it's, you're 2 years old, 3 years old, or 7 weeks old in the womb. Maybe your mom was playing music. You've heard stories like that.
Oh, for sure.
People be like, yeah, I played Michael Jackson for you when you were 9 weeks old in the womb, and that's why you came out singing. Like, who can prove that? But you know what I mean. Like, we all started from somewhere, so we'll get into that, right? And then, what are we doing after that, bro?
Favorite era.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool because, in hip hop, there's so many different eras. There's so many sub eras.
Mm-hmm.
What was your favorite era? I got my answer. And I got it. I'm firm on that answer. I want to hear your answer.
Right.
Obviously, I'll give you mine.
Yeah.
And then, what are some things that you would keep in today's hip hop, and what are some things you would change?
Yeah.
Like, speaking of eras always change. It's some are improvements of others.
Yep.
In this next era of hip hop, what do you want to see stay and what do you want to see go? And then what else we talking about?
By the way, that is your topic to play politician. You govern the land, right? This is up to you to play Congress, president.
Yeah.
Hey, man, police officer,
Secretary of Defense, everything.
Neighborhood watch. What are we doing after that? And then we're gonna get into like kind of like what is on your personal playlist, right? I think there's some songs that I've been jamming to lately. I've been real diverse with my music taste these days, and I'm eager to share some of my eclectic and probably unassuming songs that you guys probably wouldn't know I'd be rocking to.
Your own stuff?
Of course, I'd be jamming to the typical.
You be getting high off your own stash?
I don't know, man. I had to put my rap career to bed. Like Jay Holiday. I'ma put you to bed.
Man.
Anyway. By the way, he's from DC. Did you know that?
He is from DC.
Actually, he's from Virginia.
I saw him at Yums. Wallahi. I saw him at Yums, bro.
You saw Jay Holiday at Yums?
I swear, I saw him at Yums.
That's crazy, man.
He's getting freaking rice and 2 chicken wings.
How you know what he was ordering?
Because I saw him at Yums. They said the order's ready.
Okay. All right.
But anyway, last topic. Favorite album of all time. This is one that, I don't think throughout the podcast's 120 something episodes, we've ever told people what our favorite album of all time is. I have a couple, and it's going to be a struggle for me, but I think I got that one. You know what I mean?
I got a full list, but it's gonna be tough for me too, man.
Yeah,
but
it's gonna be tough.
Let's kick it off though, man. I think some of you guys know. You may know this story already. We actually did an interview about this.
We did.
Shout out to the Vault Classic, music reviews. He actually interviewed us, which I thought was dope. Yeah. We talked about like how the pod started. We started back in 2015, I believe it was. And I guess to go even back further, you and I, we went to high school together. Actually, elementary school, middle school, high school. But we didn't actually start talking about music till like high school.
Yeah, you were my enemy. You were my op.
You was beefing.
You were my op in elementary school.
Little do you guys know, I had a lot of diss records towards you. But you started it. If you remember correctly, you shot the first shot with your diss song, and then I had
it was a sub. It could have been at anybody.
All right. But I took the bait. But we started lunchroom, cafeteria, like just talking about it.
Mr. Primo's class.
Shout out to West Potomac, we're from
getting D's and
graphic design class.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be making art and I'm surfing Netscape.
Yeah.
If you guys remember.
I was literally talking about throw some D's on it while getting D's in classes.
Sheesh.
So, that's a bar. Fire.
That is.
But
could that be the name of the episode? But anyway. What happened from there? I mean, I don't want to misremember the story.
I think music was always a big part of like, how we connected. Like I always knew like there was something that me and you saw different when how we talked about music. Because it wasn't really just us. Remember there was shout out Sam Amofa. There was, we had the whole class kind of like debating.
Yep.
We was telling people why Cameron is a beast. Yeah, he got the unorthodox flows, but like Cameron's that guy. And we just got we got the whole class involved, and it kind of evolved from there. And I saw the way you were breaking down music.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, this guy really knows what he's talking about, to the point where he can break down the nitty-gritty things about music, like the melodies, when the switch up needed to happen. Oh, did they knock it out when, the beat changed? Like little things like that. And I was like, yo, these convos is dope. So in between, talking about basketball, playing basketball, hollering at girls and all the, other
food
things,
fights,
high school,
all the random high school-ish.
Going to clubs, we still kept that music convo strong and going. So
I think that's probably the most important part, man. Like, but I think that's kind of where it started. And I think fast forward probably 10 years or so, like, I just remember one day you and I was like, we was chopping it up on the phone, and then we got off the phone, and I thought to myself, like, yo, we done had about 1,000 epic music combos that literally only you and I know about, and we feel like the world could actually either be entertained or benefit from this, or even to just kind of think critically.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened, man. We hit record. Bought some equipment.
Because why not?
By the way, I already had the equipment because, I was doing music.
Yeah.
For those of you guys don't know, like both you and I were rappers.
Well, I wouldn't call it
singers.
music. I mean,
We were making noise.
You were attempting.
We were making noise. We were making noise.
But
I wouldn't call it music. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up.
Nah, I mean, like, at the end of the day, why not, right?
Yeah.
Like, why not document, how you, got to a certain conclusion about how you feel about something. So when you called me up and said, yo, I got an idea, let's do a podcast. Because the one thing, I know I say it on the podcast a lot, like, I'm a Dateline guy. Like, I like to watch Dateline and stuff like that. I literally get excited for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I didn't really listen to podcasts at all. So I hear all the people saying, like, Joe Budden podcast is popping, and this podcast is popping. I literally don't know what people are talking about. I'm really an OG podcast listener. Yeah.
I was listening to it when it wasn't cool. I was telling people about podcasts in 2010.
Yeah.
And I was looked at like I was a clown. Like, what are you talking about? Podcast? What are you talking about? There's still people in 2022 who are still like,
oh, I mean, if you're talking about that, a podcast, you're like, what's that?
Yeah.
You get podcast.
They thought it was like I was studying for school.
Yeah.
Because that's actually how it really started. Like,
it's a gaming app or something.
Professors would like document their lessons on like
podcast.
On an audio format.
Yeah.
And then we would kind of consume it as almost like a podcast in a way. But
I used to delete the podcast app from Apple. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're tripping.
No podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't know. So it's funny. There was a comment that somebody made a long time ago. He said, yo, I feel like QD is trying to be like Joe Budden, And I'm like, I don't even know what you're talking about. I never really. I mean, shout out. It's a really good, Joe Budden has a really good podcast. Content, so but I was never a podcast guy. Still, I got a little better with it, but I still don't. So I really just like the fact, like, we can talk about music and it's on wax out there.
That's really what this is about, man. Like, just the passion of music and being able to like express it in a way that like is authentic to us. And actually, that's a good segue into the next topic, which is, how you got started in hip hop, if you will. Like who's the first artist that you feel you resonate, like you sat down as a kid and was like, what just happened? What did I just hear?
You know what? Let me break it down by two things, because this is mainly a hip hop based podcast, right? So I'm gonna start off with the first musician, the first artist, Michael Jackson. I feel like if you were born in the 70s, 80s, early 90s, Michael Jackson was like the idol. He was an idol. He was like a GOAT. Like, I actually remember like waiting for his songs to premiere, like, on TV, like Black and White. I actually remember the premiere of that. It premiered on like Fox. Could you imagine that?
You're old.
Yeah, no.
Well,
no.
Relatively speaking.
After Living Color, they're about to premiere Michael Jackson, Black and White. And so I actually remember you know, just watching marathons of Michael Jackson's music videos back then.
Yeah.
You know, listening to Thriller, Beat It, like over and over again. Like, you know, to me, that was the first person I can identify as an artist that I like. You know, my parents, they played, you know, Kofi Olomide, but they also play like pop stuff like Michael,
Yep.
Stevie Wonder, Bob Marley. And then for hip hop, for me, the first person that really made me like love hip hop was probably Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy and the Family, because the way Puff Daddy packaged hip hop to me, like I was too young to.
You're not. By the way,
understand.
you're not pandering because we're in New York City, are you?
Of course I am.
Okay.
I want to be able to come back to the city. But no, I mean, Puff Daddy to me was the first person that was able to package hip hop music in a way that was like commercialized, in a way that was like not as gutter. One of the first things that I loved was hearing a Puff Daddy ad lib.
Oh man, take that.
Like,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah, throughout Hypnotized, all he hears,
yeah. Legendary.
And I was just like, yo, dog, this dude is cool. And then he brought out Mace, you know,
the Locks.
You know. He was doing remixes with Mariah Carey.
Biggie.
No way.
Obviously, Biggie probably passed before you got into it, right?
So Biggie, I always knew who Biggie was, but like, I'm young.
Yeah.
So like, I didn't understand where he was coming from at the time. Puff Daddy was the first person where I was like, yo, like this dude is cool. Like, and then he was flashy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he was doing videos, like I said. He was actually like fusing hip hop with pop, R&B.
R&B, yeah, he was.
Like, think about one of the first
You're right.
Puff Daddy songs was No Way Out. Like, you know what I mean? Not No Way Out.
No,
I'm Missing You. Sorry. I want to say No Way Out was his first album.
Yeah, that song was so somber, man.
Man, it was like, dog.
Do you remember the video?
Wow. Yeah.
Remember how he was like on a mountain?
Yeah.
Like a mountain.
And he was on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that was different, man.
Daredevil. So Puff Daddy really is the first. Wow. And then Mace, like shortly after, Mace was somebody.
That's interesting, man. You know, I actually didn't know that about you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was Puff Daddy. I didn't know that. You know my answer, but and by the way, I'm pandering, guys. I'm kidding. No, but mine is it's got to be DMX, man. You know, I have vivid memories of like a child, just not knowing anything about rap, not being introduced to that world. Like I grew up, my mom was playing like in the house. You know, we're Nigerian, so like, you know, in addition to just playing, you know, traditional Nigerian music, I'm hearing like R&B. I'm hearing like the Lionel Richie's. Yeah. You know, I'm hearing like the Luther Vandross. I'm hearing Diana Ross. Like I'm hearing Michael Jackson in the house on Saturdays. My mom playing that. We cleaning. I thought that was fire. Probably why I like R&B to this day. And then I got introduced to hip hop after R&B. And first person for me was DMX because, you know, there was something sincere and authentic sounding about his music. And, you know, we joke all the time, at least growing up, we would always be like, yo, man, I believe that rapper. I don't believe him. I believe him. Or I don't believe him, right? And it's like, we don't know these guys. We don't know these girls. And we don't know their story. We don't know them as a person, but as a listener, there's something about the ability to convey or express sincerity over music. And I feel like if your heart is open, if you're open to music and you listen to it the right way, you can kind of hear it in a way. And some of these people are just great liars too. You know, they just know how to they know how to fake.
They know how to fib.
Yeah. But no, DMX to me, man, the raw emotion, the dynamicness between being a preacher and praying, but also being like, I will kill you. Yeah. There was something like very polarizing about that.
Yeah. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Even as a kid. And then also, let me be honest, I was traumatized by his album cover.
Oh, hell yeah.
Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. When I saw him dripped in blood.
Yo, he looked like Hellraiser. He looked like a black Hellraiser.
He did. He did. And so that, I don't know, man, that album in particular just kind of like stood out to me as like, and I listened to it from front to back and I was mesmerized. I couldn't believe that people were making music like this. And so DMX for me is easily how I got introduced into hip hop, and then from that, you start trickling down to other New York artists, and then you start hearing a more global sound. But yeah, that's how it was for me.
It's cool because it's clearly like for me, my love for hip hop came from New York rappers, right?
Yeah,
and they all are affiliated, right?
Yep.
Like Puff Daddy, Maze, DMX, Jay-Z. Like you were introduced to all those people around the same time. Like, but DMX, there's a lot of trends. DMX, barking on a song, like, arr, arr, hey yo dog.
Yo, that's a trend? Only other person to do that is Pop Smoke. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke.
True.
He tried to, how you bring back barking?
DMX was another.
Yo, he brought back barking.
He brought back, like, it ever left though. But
it left.
I mean,
who else was barking after DMX?
Think
about that.
Ain't there a dog rapper somewhere out there?
Okay.
But DMX also was one of the only rappers that had prayers on his albums,
Oh man,
bro.
yeah.
Lord, can we get a prayer?
Let us pray.
No, that's Ja. Ja Rule started doing that too. Yeah.
Nah, but DMX actually they were around the same time.
Yeah.
But I will say though, you talking about New York rap, and that's another good segue to I think the next topic, which is your favorite era of hip hop, right? And so obviously we grew up. We just kind of outlined where we started.
Yeah.
But does that automatically mean that's your favorite era? Because for me, I think, as we're in 2022, I think hip hop is officially like 50 years old or damn near
50 years old.
Yeah, something like that. And so, if I were to answer that question like sincerely, it has to be like between 2010 or I would say 2008 to 18.
Interesting.
Like I just feel like
the Roscoe Dash era.
That's one way to look at it. But when I look at like the tail end of the Lil Wayne era and just what he was doing, and then you get introduced to Drakes, and then the Coles, and then you introduce the Kendricks, and to come shortly after, right? But then like I just feel like what happened from 2008 until damn near 2018 is just next level. We've seen an introduction of melody, we've seen an introduction of singing. I think the music has gotten a little bit more dynamic from these rappers, and not to take anything away from these other eras, but there's something about these artists that I think this era that's kind of produced, I think, a little bit more feeling in legends, if you will.
And from 2008 to 2012?
No, to 2008 to like 2018.
Okay. 10 years.
Yeah, we heard the Cuddies. Think about the Kanyes that have come in, the influence of Cuddy into what Kanye was doing.
That is true.
And just how that just Future, we've seen so much.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, no disrespect to the people in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, the people who started it, but I personally believe that era that I'm talking about took the ball and they took it to a whole new level.
And you're talking hip hop, right?
We talking hip hop right now.
Yeah.
We ain't talking pop music.
1960s.
I'm sure you can go on
60 to 65.
I'm sure you can go on a rabbit hole
James
of
Brown era
pop music.
Okay, so
what would you say?
The way I look at hip hop, you know how, for religion, it's like BC, before Christ.
Yes.
I feel like hip hop, there's a before Tupac, before Biggie. There was hip hop before when they were still alive, and then there was hip hop after. So I would throw Puff Daddy in the family after, right? But so my Puff Daddy, 1997, 1998, Shiny Suit era, I love that era. But personally, a little bit after that is my favorite era of music. We're talking about, at that time, Cash Money Records, was formed. You start to see the South, like Louisiana, start to make a name for himself. I was born in Louisiana, so it was pretty dope to see that. Baton Rouge, where Master P and them were from. And then, shortly after, that's when you started getting Nelly, right? And Nelly made Country Grammar.
Yeah.
Like, you really got to the hip hop pop mega hits started to happen around 2000. 1999, 2000, 2001, you had Jay-Z, but you still had your like East Coast rappers spitting hard. Jay-Z created the blueprint, to me, that was perfect. Because if you even right now go to a club right now and they start playing old school hits, a good chunk of those hits came from like 2000, 2001. Ludacris, Nelly.
Yeah.
And, you know, these days artists are starting to sample those songs
From that era.
because it's 20 years ago. Eminem
Yep.
was popping.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like hip hop at that time, which was after Tupac and Biggie, hip hop at that time became as experimental as it's ever been. And so I think that's where, I started loving it when Puff Daddy and them came through. That's when I was like, yo, I think everybody else is starting to love it too. It's about that era. Yeah.
I feel you, man. I think that's, I mean, I'm not mad at that. How can I be mad at your opinion? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're right though about a lot of stuff you talked about, but like, so if you had to, I guess moving on to the next topic, if you will, you know, if you had to keep certain things, I mean, speaking about today's time, right? Yeah. Today's day and age of rap, hip hop, whatever you want to call it. Like if you had to keep or remove certain things from what's going on today, what would that be? You know what I'm saying?
Keep and remove.
Meaning what the elements of what's happening, whether it's production, maybe it's content driven, like some of the stuff they're talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
you know, it's funny. I'm a little stale in life. I like structure with everything, right?
All right.
Like, I like to put the napkin on my leg when I eat or my whatever. So I'm just joking. I don't do that.
I actually do that.
Oh, you do that?
You damn right.
You dork.
You
do that?
No. Dork is when you put it on your collar. Yo, if you eat with the handkerchief on your collar, yeah, I'm judging you.
Who
I'm
still
sorry.
does that?
I'm
That's
judging.
true, right?
I'm judging.
You put the handkerchief. Yeah.
Actually, but you see, you have to see. The reason I do it is because I've definitely spilled shit. And it messed everything up on my lap.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, it's practical.
Yeah.
Because you might drop something.
So you're just semi-dork.
Yeah. You know, being a dork is cool though.
No, it's in.
Yeah.
It's in.
It's in.
It's $1 million. It's $1 million industry. But
probably. But
but I like structure, you know. And I really liked when hip hop had a certain structure, right? So I'll get particular. So remember back in the days, like an R&B song had like a rapper started off and then the R&B artist got their stuff off and then the rapper finished it. Or even like the simple structure of one person has a verse, then the guest feature has the second one and the main person finishes it off with the third verse. Like there was a lot more structure in how songs were created. That's kind of something I would like this era to do more of.
Okay.
Because like for instance, let's say NBA YoungBoy. You know, I love how he spills his heart out, right? That's probably what I like about this era. But then sometimes it's hard to like figure out where the hook is. It's hard to figure out where his verse ends and comes in.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then if he does feature on a song, it almost feels like people are stepping on each other's toes. So like if we could, you know, in hip hop get to a point where it's like these things are a little more like structured, I would actually appreciate that.
The songs themselves you're talking about.
The songs,
like,
particularly the songs.
Got you.
Sometimes, you know, like I said, you just go through, like for instance, Frank Ocean was one of the first R&B artists that I heard an album. And he probably had like 4 hooks on that album. Less than that, maybe. 4 choruses, 4 hooks. Maybe even less, man. I'm telling you. Like Super Rich Kids had a hook, but barely. But other than that, like he was just singing with no structure. I thought that was crazy, amazing. It's amazing when you're listening to straight through, but like if you want to like pull out a hit from that album, it's hard to get radio play or play it in somewhere when you don't got a hook. And
I hear
structure.
you. I hear you.
So that's something that I would probably change today.
Okay.
What I would keep is the vulnerability.
Ooh, that's a good
man.
one. That's a good one.
I love how these artists open
That's
up.
a great one right there.
You know, because like when we talk about stuff like mental health, we talk about things like just relatability. People don't realize how important that is to the listener.
Yeah.
You know, and so
it heals them.
It heals.
It's like, you know, music is it's an experience.
Yeah.
So like when your content is you know, it includes that experience, you're ultimately helping people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And when music can serve as like a healing power for somebody and still be a good listen, that's like knocking out two birds with one stone, right?
I like that.
So
I like that.
you know, let's get back to that part, because remember back in the day, like these people, these artists were making songs because they were heartbroken.
Yeah, you know
You know what I
what's interesting is like ironically, you took one of mine. You took what I like, which is the whole vulnerability aspect. Because rappers have historically been too tough.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? There's been this like shield of
I don't have feelings.
yeah, like they're not even human.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And actually, we were just having this convo about what's going on with male R&B, and I feel like that's kind of what's happening in male R&B in a way where they removing that vulnerability aspect that makes us all who we are. Man, back in the day, they were, man, these are the new additions, the go back even further, they were begging women on their knees.
Yeah,
Baby, please bring me back.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, imagine Ty Dolla $ign or Chris Brown talking about, yo, I'm on my knees in the rain.
Yeah, in the rain.
In the rain.
Yeah, exactly.
Take me back, babe. They too busy talking about how many girls they got. But anyway, I'm not even mad at that either. But like, I would say the vulnerability, I love too. Love that. One of the things I probably don't like is how, and this is gonna sound real nerdy, or dorky, you know.
Let's stick with that theme.
Speaking of the napkin on the lap, this is very technical. I don't like how short songs have gotten.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Like, I don't like how the format of music has changed from like songs once being over 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, even sometimes 4.5 minutes, to now. A lot of times, these younger artists, they're not even making songs that reaches even 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We talking about 1 minute and 57 seconds.
I like it.
Now, I will say this. That bodes well for streaming because, of course, like, psychologically, if you hear something you like and it only lasted 2 minutes, you're going to want to play it again. So it plays right into the whole streaming side where you just have a song on repeat. But I think that back then, when songs were a little longer, you kind of needed to put a little bit more into the song, and maybe that like made the music a little bit more filling and complete, if you will.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing that I've been seeing over time, that songs are just continuously getting shorter and shorter in rap. Now R&B is different.
Yeah.
They still, they do their thing. But I think that has a lot to do with the new generation and streaming as a part of that. And then also the fact that, a lot of these songs are not even, they're starting out with hooks.
Yeah.
And dudes is going, they used to have 3 verses on songs. Now that completely died away. And now 2 verses is a standard.
Yeah. Yeah.
NBA Youngboy better not have 3 verses on a song. People are going to be like, yo, this song's too long. Like, this is weird. When just a decade ago, actually probably even less than that was the norm.
Yeah.
So I would say, I think we should probably get back to that, just because I think that it will add more feeling to the music, because now you have to come up with more stuff to talk about. I don't know.
I mean, I am a self-diagnosed ADHD human being.
Jeez, which means it's not confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed. The hood confirmed it. I went to a hood doctor.
The hood confirmed it.
I paid in payola. No.
You paid him in, you paid him in Swisher Sweets?
No. Yeah, what was I said?
Self-confirmed.
Oh, I was gonna say, the shorter songs to me is actually pretty good for me, because I
like that? Okay.
it's like, to me, I'm it's hard for me to commit. Commit to things in life. Like I can't watch a full movie these days. Like I just can't commit 2 hours or 1.5 hours to like this whole movie. And increasingly it's hard for me to commit 4 minutes, 5 minutes to a song.
That's because they're not even giving it to
like,
you, man. We've gotten used to this whole, what we're in right now? We're in the clip era.
Yes.
Like and it's not even just about music. This is like shows, podcasts, TV series.
Yeah.
You go on Instagram, you go on these social media platforms, you see a clip.
Yeah.
Or if you go on YouTube, some people don't even watch the full episode. Like, y'all may not even listen or watch the full episode here, but when we put them clips out on Instagram and YouTube, that's where y'all live at. And
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we are definitely in the clip era because I think everybody has a lower sense of like attention.
We're in the consumable era where everybody is intent on making things consumable, easily consumable. And I think this era of like, 1 minute, 2 minute songs makes it so easy to consume, digestible. So I actually like that. But
yeah, I'm not mad at it. Hey, listen.
we kind of went through the eras. We kind of went through what, got you into hip hop. What is in your personal playlist? Like, it can be a combination of, both old artists or old songs and like new.
Wow.
So what is in your personal playlist? Like, what are some albums you go back to? Or what are some albums that are out that just came out that you're playing?
Well, it's, I think I told you at the start of this year that, man, I'm really gonna start getting into other genres. Like I need to. No, this is not that bad.
Acid.
Speaking of genres, I don't think
like
people,
hip hop acid. That's a genre.
No, hell no. I'm talking about like not just hip hop. I'm talking about like outside, like country, all these different, genres. Like just to understand like how things are, they intersect. Which is a side note because I don't think people understand how many genres there actually are in music.
R pop.
You probably know.
You want to go to? You
see it behind the scenes, whether it's like Submit Hub and all these different platforms. There's like 1,000 genres of music that people can actually categorize.
Metal.
Yeah. But anyway, so right now I'm gonna tell you right now, personal playlist, I'm jamming Burna Boy.
Which one? The new one.
The new one, yeah, of course. Just because it just dropped,
Yeah.
I have a lot of songs from there that I really, really rock with. I think
Love Damani.
Love Damani. Is that how you pronounce his name?
I don't know. Is that his name?
Bro,
I don't know.
That's his name. That's his actual name.
That. Oh.
Yeah, so there's a song called Science on there that I really like.
I like Science.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't like Science.
And they do
like
me this
song.
Science. Yeah, it's a great song. Mm-hmm. You didn't pay attention.
I failed Science.
Got it. I like the song, man. But no, For My Hand featuring Ed Sheeran. I mean, look,
beautiful.
That's the song I'm playing right now. That I can't stop listening to it.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. I make no apologies. Mm-hmm. So I would say like Afro beats in general, which by the way is one that I'm really into right now. Fireboy DML just dropped a song with Ashake, if I'm pronouncing his name right.
You're high on him.
Who? Fireboy?
Yeah,
that's my guy. I don't know him, but that's my dude. You ever had like somebody you rock with and you're just like, yo, he can do no wrong right now? That's who he is for me right now. He's doing it.
Okay.
He's taking, I think, Afro beats to a more pop sound.
Yeah.
And I believe he's probably going to be the guy to kind of like take the next step. I mean, we see what Burna Boy is doing, but he's the next one I think that's going to take it more pop and more mainstream, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, you guys should check out that new song. Damn, I wish I had the name right now, but because I don't. It's called Bandana. That's what it's called.
Bandana?
Yeah, check out Bandana, man.
Okay.
I would probably say Afrobeats is what I'm really, really on right now.
Afrobeats?
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
How about you?
I had to go back in time and listen to Pusha T's last album. I kind of like, because, with RGM, Ratings Game Music, I review so many albums, and I kind of just like listened to his album and I just kind of pushed it aside because I had to do other ones. I went back and I listened to it over and over again. Neck and wrist don't lie. And I was like, Joe, this joint's just hitting for me. I don't know why. I mean, I know why, because it combines everything I've ever loved in hip hop, right? Like Kanye production, Pharrell and Kanye going back and forth production wise. And Pusha T rapping at like a god MC level.
Yo, that is the equivalent of that's a musical version of drugs.
Yeah. So I was listening to that, and then it made me go back and listen to Daytona. So, Pusha T is heavy in my playlist. And then same thing with you, Burna Boy. And then, like I told you in the last podcast episode, I'm actually like listening to all my old music. So music.
That music. That Memphis
It's all my
music.
old music.
You know
So
about that
all
music.
kinds of things are popping up. But you know, Pusha T really is what I'm listening to.
You know what's funny? I got a bone to pick with you, man. This is off subject,
Yeah.
but not really.
Uh-huh.
We had a convo many episodes ago,
Uh-huh.
and you were going at my neck because I was telling you, man, bro, there's room for the old and the young in hip hop. You were like, nah, man, this is for the young people. I was like, dog, do you see what's happening? Like these old people like Nas are dropping music that's still relevant, like, and it's good. Nas arguably made the last two King's Diseases is arguably in his top 5 like
For sure.
discography, and he's doing it over the age of 50.
My.
So what I'm saying is there's a space for the old people to still exist and still be relevant while also the young people doing their thing. This is probably the first time in hip hop this has ever happened.
My argument really was, it's not a good thing if we have to rely on the older generation to drop albums. Like, we should be getting excited about the younger generation before we get excited about the older one.
Okay.
That's essentially what I was saying.
Okay.
But I agree.
Okay.
Nas, you know, Pusha T, older people.
Yeah.
Kanye, they still pretty good.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm just saying that because, you know, now you jam into old people like Pusha T. And
that's because I'm old.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. I guess we can probably end the show with talking about maybe your favorite album of all time.
Of all time.
Personal favorites. You know what? We can, if you really want to pick one, we can pick one. Or you can have the opportunity to pick multiple.
Yes, please.
Let's go that route.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
So you want me to go first?
Yeah, go for it. Give me 3.
I'll give you 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Lupe Fiasco, the Cool.
Oh my God.
Lupe Fiasco, the Cool is hip hop at its finest.
Yeah.
Like, it's creativity like I've never seen it, or at the time I've never seen it before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's up there for me.
It's hard, man.
That's a hard. I loved Mace's first album. I told you I like Puff Daddy and Mace. Harlem World, like, to me that was a classic. Like, you know, tell me what you want from me. Feel So Good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, and then he had some album cuts. 24 Hours to Live. If I had 24 hours to live, you know, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So that to me was another classic album for me. Oh, what am I? Ready to Die, Biggie.
Okay.
Oh my God. Like, the storytelling, the swagger, the production. Like, Biggie's one of the only artists that, like, when I listen to his stuff, like, I got chills. Like, I listen often. Like, he has a song called Suicidal Thoughts. And I listen to it and I'm like, maybe it's because, you know, the scenario and everything, the unfortunate thing that happened. But, like, it's chilling to, like, listen to, like, what he was thinking and saying on that album. And, like, it's almost like he filmed his own documentary.
Bro, the album's called Ready to Die.
Yeah, it's crazy.
How the music is so real, you know?
Yeah, for me, I'm just gonna throw a couple more. The Predator, Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, you know, Good Kid, Mad City, blah blah blah.
You know, man, that's good. That's good. You know, this don't necessarily have to turn into, like, you know, quote unquote classic albums or what people necessarily regard as classics out there in the world. This is personal to you. And so, you know, I'm sure that's what you still answered that correctly. You know, for me, man, 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Oh yeah.
Very pivotal album for me in my journey of hip hop, if you will. I remember there was a time, man, listen, you and I we talked about it earlier. We you know, trading diss songs back and forth back in high school.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I annihilated you.
I
just gotta keep it.
Hey, we had a diss record in the tuck, brother.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
y'all never released
record
it.
on the
you know
tuck.
how Drake got the Drake. He has the diss record back at Pusha T that never came out.
Yeah.
We was about to make it.
We was about to make West Potomac a no-fly zone for you.
But no, there was a point where I was, you know, rapping, and I really, you couldn't tell me that 50 wasn't the illest and the most important dude at that time. And even still to this day, like, the impact of that album, I just can't get it out of my head. You know, it was important. We talked about it last night. We talked about his discography, but no, Get Rich or Die Trying in general, one of my personal favorites, and I'm sure you guys agree, out there as well. You know what I'm saying? Also, what I have to kind of add to my list is probably, I mean, I talked about it earlier, DMX, you know, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood. I don't got to go a little bit too further into that, but bro, I'm kind of mad you said The Cool, you know, because that was on my list as well.
The Cool. You can say Food and Liquor.
Yeah,
I thought that was just as good.
I liked The Cool more. There was something he was doing on that, the Gotta Eat.
Special.
You know, Lupe, honestly, man.
Superstar.
I got to say this about Lupe, man. He has been underrated. He has been overlooked.
He has been bamboozled.
He has been swindled. He's been bamboozled. That's a good one. Just from everybody's memory, I think we should hold him up at a higher standard, to me, in terms of the depth and just the musicality, the lyricism, the eclecticness, everything he's brought to the pretty much everything we appreciate like a Kendrick for. Granted, they make different stuff, but like Lupe was doing that at a high level globally at one point. When Lupe had Superstar,
Lupe was special.
Lupe was that guy.
Oh man, oh my God.
Come on, man.
I forgot to cut you up. Man, there's some albums.
Go ahead.
How the hell we miss
Go ahead.
Late Registration, Graduation, Kanye, all of
I was
Kanye's
getting
albums.
to Kanye.
The documentary.
I was getting to Kanye.
The Game. Damn.
Yo, listen, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is easily
The best album I've ever heard in my life.
Man, you said that about Thriller.
Oh, sorry.
Can you pick one?
Thriller is the best album I ever heard in my life.
I feel like every day you got, hey, that's the best album I've heard.
The best hip hop album I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
Lemonade is the best R&B album I've ever heard in my life.
All right, man. Are you trying to go to the Rock Nation brunch or something? Like, what's up with you, man? Like, this guy, you want to name a Jay-Z album? Reasonable Doubt.
The Blueprint, you know. Blueprint 1, 2, and
American Gangster.
1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Hey, yo, how did we miss the Carter? The Carter 2. The Carter 3.
Yeah.
Man.
I'm with you, man. But no, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is a very important album, man. I think Kanye was so in his bag, man. Yeah. He was untouchable at that point, man. I think he reached peak Kanye musically.
But I mean, Beautiful Dark Twisted.
I really do.
I think he put
I really
people
do. And that's not to say that he's not making amazing music still. I think it's blasphemous how the world still talks about Donda like it wasn't amazing. I personally think it's a travesty. You feel me?
I think it's pretty good.
No, that album is incredible.
It's just long.
Yeah, it's long. But man, Chris Brown drops 100. He's dropped longer albums. Man, give him a break, man. Give him a break. But no, you know, I got some other people, personal favorites.
Just name them out.
BJ Chicago Kid, in my mind.
Okay.
I talked about it earlier. Incredible R&B music. I don't understand why BJ Chicago Kid isn't a bigger artist, musically speaking.
Yeah.
Who you got? Let's go back and forth.
Oh man.
Got any others?
Like I said, The Blueprint. I think that's a classic. Let me get more recent. Let me get like the last couple. Bazzi. Come on.
Ooh. What's the name
Love
of that
Me
joint
Some
again?
Bazzi. Live something. Live forever something. I don't know.
I forget, man.
That album.
Great album.
Oh my God.
I got a good one. I'm gonna go R&B.
Joe Budden.
Come on. Album?
Joe Budden, yeah.
Which
the
album?
The album was called
the
Joe Budden.
self-titled one.
Yeah, we're pumping
Okay.
it up and
Okay.
I love that album.
That was a good album.
I swear I loved that. I personally loved it.
You actually are one of the people.
Yeah, I loved Joe Budden.
You're
back
one of the
then.
few people that actually spoke about Joe Budden very highly as a rapper.
Did.
Back then.
I did.
I remember that.
I did, yeah.
You were on your own. Not because like people didn't acknowledge he was great as a lyricist. It's just like people weren't talking about him.
Yeah, Joe
openly. You know what I'm saying?
Joe Budden. He had the damn. He had another song. Oh man, I can't remember at this time, but yeah, Joe.
Hey, listen, Miguel, Kaleidoscope Dream.
Oh hell,
I'm one of them people that actually believe
Miguel. Yeah,
Kaleidoscope Dream is Miguel's best album.
Yeah,
not the first one where he was looking real weird and kind of looked like a Ninja Turtle. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'll go with it.
Come on,
Lloyd, how we misforgot Lloyd? Street Love. That's a classic.
People.
Eminem, Frank Ocean.
Which album though?
Channel Orange. Easily. Come on. Channel Orange.
I want to make sure people are not blonde people out here.
Oh, I actually didn't like Blonde.
I didn't like it either.
Yeah, but Channel Orange.
You know, You like
She
Blonde?
love Blonde, yeah.
I like that.
Tyler.
So that means she's an apologist. So
Tyler, the creator.
Hey, Frank Ocean for president.
Yeah.
Who? Tyler?
Tyler, the creator.
Flower Boy?
Yeah. No.
I'm more of a Flower Boy guy for.
Than his last one. If you call me, call me.
Bro, I love Flower Boy.
Yeah.
And I like the one after Igor. Which one? Yeah, the next level. The next level. Damn, it's good. Can I get a grade? Anyway, man.
I mean, amazing.
Got you. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's a lot out there, man, right? You know, I mean, obviously we started this by talking about like classic albums, but like it's so hard to just start naming albums that we feel are like classic as opposed to just saying, you know, albums that are important to us.
Yeah.
You know, albums that shaped us.
Yeah.
Albums that kind you know, that kind of mean something to us. You know, and ultimately I think, you know, y'all out there listening, y'all are gonna make up your own mind. You're probably gonna shoot down a lot of the stuff we've said. But the important point is for y'all to join the convo and really like think about it critically as far as like, you know, what albums have meant a lot to you over the years.
Cardi B, Privacy, Invasion of Privacy. I think that's a pretty damn good album.
You know, that album is so incredibly overlooked. Why are people not talking enough of, no, but I mean, sure it did. But I'm talking about like the impact of it, the music. I thought she executed.
For sure.
At like a rate that I think people kind of just overlook. They act like that album wasn't
for sure.
Incredible.
She killed that joint.
If you had to grade that, would you grade it? A through F.
B plus, probably. Something like that.
Okay.
Because the music is really good on it. Like really, really good.
Okay.
Migos, Culture. I thought Culture was part 1. Culture 1 was really good. Come on.
It was that was the
Culture
best. That
1?
was the best Culture.
Yeah. Culture 1 changed the game.
I ranked the Migos Culture series 1, 3, 2.
1, 3, 2.
Yeah.
3 was pretty damn good.
3 was great.
3 was pretty good.
But yeah, you know,
no Drake. I don't think we mentioned Drake.
We didn't talk about Drake.
if you're reading this, damn, I'm getting all these names wrong. Yeah, if you're reading this, it's too late. To me is my favorite Drake album.
It wasn't an album though.
Whatever you want to call it.
It was a project. No, it was a playlist.
A situation.
It was an ensemble. No, I don't know, man. But yeah, I think we kind of like reached the end of I think our topic list, and you know, I wanna say again, man, it was great to be interviewed by you, man.
Oh yeah. Just
put the money. Go off script.
Put the money in the mail.
Yeah, give me your
address. I want cash.
Give me your address.
I don't want to pay taxes on it.
Yo, what's up with the aid? You have PTSD already from that? Yo, hey, listen, for those of you guys who know, man, listen, Chinatown, make sure you bring cash.
Yeah.
You can't pay anything with credit card or Apple Pay or anything, all right?
Yeah.
Or Bitcoin. They just cash only, that's it.
I am traumatized from that.
Yeah.
Don't carry cash
it
no
sucks,
more,
man. It sucks, man. But anyway, I think it's time to get about it. You got anything last you want to add and say?
This is cool, man. I know this is usually, you know, we do something like this on 100th episode or 200th.
Yeah.
This is just randomly 126.
27, sorry,
127. Yep. I guess that's special, right?
I suppose.
But yeah, I mean, this podcast has been dope. I ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna keep doing it. As long as music keeps coming out.
Which is gonna happen.
And you know, I'm gonna keep trying to get better at it.
I think we're doing pretty good, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think solid. You know, the reception, what we've been doing has been dope, and I'm excited for the next what's next to come. And you know, shout out to this beautiful studio we're in.
Oh yeah, this is
I wanted to take my shoes off, but you know, I don't know, man. I'm a little shy.
You didn't want to show those crusty ass
underneath my feet. Man.
I submitted you for My Feet Is Hurting Me or whatever that show is. The one that comes after Dr. Pimple Popper. I submitted your toes. We need to get those Funyuns out or whatever the hell. Bunions.
Bunions. That's fun. That's a food.
Funyuns?
Yeah, it is.
Well, it smells like Funyuns. But
anyway, yeah, this has been great, man. Yeah, y'all go subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dream Vision Network. We have some other content related to some of the other stuff we're doing, whether it's ratingsgamemusic.com. guest hosts that we've had join the show. We just have some dope content I think you guys will really enjoy. So, subscribe to the podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, wherever it is that we are. And hit us on our personal Twitter. Mine is UCHAYVA.
Yeah.
Also on Instagram, man.
Yeah. Hit me up. Twitter, Whittles Peak Bandit. Instagram, same thing. And your local grocery store. You might find me at the Cheez-Its aisle. I'm addicted to Cheez-Its. I don't know why. But the wheat grain one. I get the wheat grain.
Trying to get healthy with it.
Yeah.
But not really.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hope you brought cash to buy that stuff at the grocery store. Just FYI.
Of course not.
Okay. Then you're not getting it.
I'm panhandling.
You're panhandling. With that jersey on?
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh, yeah.
You are the richest homeless
What?
person
It's
I've ever seen
fake.
in my life.
What are you talking about? This is fake.
Oh, okay. Well, you got it from Taiwan?
It doesn't even say, they spelled district wrong.
Anyway, man, I think we reached the end of the show. So as always, if you are giving advice, just make sure it's ill.
Yes, sir.
Bow.